Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And for today's video I'm going to share one more team and showcase one more Pokemon in this team actually, which is going to be Slowbro. So this team is actually to counter Victini, as my backline of Claydol and Slowbro does really good against it. And my lead, which is going to be Shadow Gardevoir, does only lose to fire type and steel type, which my backline can easily handle and deal with it. So the team strategy for it is going to be either neutral or a bad lead loss. I'll be immediately safe swapping into my Slowbro over here to potentially lure out a Malamar in this scenario. That is not too good of a matchup against my Claydol over here, so that is the reason I'm going to lure that out with my Slowbro over here. And I really like Slowbro, and I feel it's underrated because of its typing actually and its moveset. So generally it's not that of a good moveset, but since in this very condensed meta of the Psychic Cup, Water Gun really do add up because it does neutral damage all over, but it does super effective as well to Claydol and Victini. So that is the core reason that I'm going to use it. And so this team worked out kind of good for me because I picked up two positive sets with it, so both being 4-1, which is really good with this team. So that was all about the thought process and team building which I followed up while making this team up. So without further more delay, let's jump into the battle quickly and check out how this team performed with Gardevoir, Claydol and Slowbro over here in the Psychic Cup meta. So moving on into the first battle, I pick up a lead of Victini. So immediately I'm going to safe swap into my Slowbro over here, and I lure out a potential Bronzong. So Bronzong is not a really good counter to Slowbro over here, but I can do pick out both the shields if my opponent does want to stay in this correct alignment. To which now I'll be going for the next Water Pulse over here, which does neutral damage in this scenario also. And let's see if my opponent does want to keep switch or give shield. So they shielded up twice over here, and since I got both the shields, I am very much happy in this scenario because now I am up a shield, and I think I'll be shielding up this Heavy Slam over here, and now I'll be going for the next swap over here. But since I over tap, this is going to be the very hard mistake over here that I did with Gardevoir over here. But since they come back with their Victini, I'm very happy with it because now Victini is going for the next Recreate, which does not do too much damage, but since they lowered their defense, I could easily get their farm down, and they comes back with their own Bronzong once again, which gives me more farm actually. But since they went for the resisted Heavy Slam, that does not knock me out, and now I have got enough energy for the Shadow Ball to threaten the final Pokemon, which is going to be Galarian Rapidash, and which does get the knockout with the Shadow Ball over here and getting the win for the first battle. Moving into the next battle, pick up a lead of Malamar. So with Malamar lead and the safe swapped into their own Metagross over here, to which I have a really hard answer, and that being the Claydol. So Claydol does really good against Metagross over here, which is very squishy. But since Metagross is so much attack weighted, you can see resisted Meteor Mash does almost 50% of my health. To which now I have got a loaded Claydol over here, and now they comes back with their Malamar once again. And this is good because I don't throw the Shadow Ball and Rock Tomb instead, because now they cannot farm me down with resisted Psycho Cuts over here. To which they have to throw the first foul play over here, and that was a bunch of energy wasted, which I'm happy with, and now I can easily come back with my own Gardevoir once again. To which now they safe swapped again into their own Hypno over here, but since I caught the next I believe Thunder Punch or Fire Punch onto my Slowbro, which is going to be the key moment for this battle over here, because now from this kind of range a double shielded Slowbro can easily sweep through the entire team, because Water Gun water gun damage do add up really quick in this meta because it does neutral all over the scenario. To which now I'll be going for the next ice beam over here, which gets the final shield from my opponent's end as well. And now they will be going for the foul play. So foul play will knock me out from this kind of range. My Slowbro will not be able to handle, but now I can easily come back with my Gardevoir over here and get the farm down with charm and get the win for the second battle. GG's. Moving into the third battle, I pick up a lead of Raichu over here, to which they safe swapped into their own Gardevoir, to which I was literally very slow to swap out into my own Slowbro, and then now they can easily come back with their own Raichu over here and get the heart farm. But since Slowbro is very thick and they will not appreciate this ice beam or water pulse coming through, so they might like it is going to be shielding up. And now from this kind of range I can easily go for the next ice beam over here, which they recognize, and go for the thunder punch. So thunder punch will knock me out from this kind of range, which is for sure. But now since my Gardevoir is quite low, which is kind of a misplay from my end, that is the reason I have to come back with my own Claydol over here. And I hope that whatever they have in the backline does not have a counter to it, which is going to be the case, and that ends up being a shiny Bronzong over here. So for Bronzong, I do have a really good matchup, and I went for the Rock Tomb bait because since it's the final Pokemon, they cannot actually reset that debuff, which they recognize, and top lives the game once again, which is really good for me. So moving into the fourth battle of the set, over here I pick up a lead against Victini once again, and I immediately safe swap into my own Slowbro, to which now they comes back with their own Gardevoir in this scenario, which is not really great response, which is actually a good response from their end, because now they can easily shield up once and go for the heart farm. And since it's a Gardevoir, I cannot easily come back with my own Claydol and get the heart farm, because that way I still have to align my Claydol against their Victini. So that is the reason I have to come back with my own Gardevoir over here, and they doubled up on their Victini once again over here. So I will let the charge move go through, and I trust on my own Claydol over here to sweep in the end game with 2 shields. So I will letting the charge move once again go through, and the final Pokemon is going to be a Malamar over here, which I could not lure out with my own Slowbro, and that is going to be the core win condition from my opponent's end, because they came back in with their Gardevoir over here and not Malamar. That's going to be the win condition from their end. But since I'm up 2 shield, so I'll be going for the first bait over here. But now from this kind of range, they can easily outpace and do with the debuff as well. So foul play does enough super equip damage from this kind of range, where it will be getting the knockout for my Claydol over here, which indeed will get the win for my opponent, and a heartbreaking loss to me also. So never mind, GG's to my opponent, well played. Moving into the third battle of the set and the video, I pick up a lead against Celebi. So Celebi is really a good option in this meta as well, because it is such a hard counter to Claydol, but since it is running charge beam, so actually quit the game over here. That's nothing they can do. So I'll take that as a win as well, because I went for a 4-1 victory with this team, which is going to be really nice, because which I wanted to feature is going to be Slowbro. So Slowbro, it worked out really well for me, which I have already mentioned. I picked up 2 positive set with this team actually, which end up really good. So that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.